Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I'm here to react to a Bits of Bri makeup routine. This was pretty interesting, so if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so we're gonna watch this video. I did watch it one time and y'all will see the part of this video where like my jaw dropped because I was not expecting this at all. But once it actually happened, I was like, oh, why would she not plug an MLM in her makeup routine video? Why would she not plug Monat skincare in her video? I'm going to share thoughts once that part of the video comes up, but I have some thoughts surrounding that. So let's get this started. Spoiler, well, it's not really a spoiler. Y'all are probably like, thank you. I'm skipping over the part where she shaves her legs because I just think that that's weird. That goes along with shower routines on YouTube. I just think that it's bizarre and it's not needed. Everyone knows how to shave their legs, and if they don't, then they can ask a family member for help. They don't need to see you shaving your legs on YouTube. So I did kind of scrub through that part, but aside from that, we're going to watch the video in its entirety and I will share my thoughts throughout.
Hey loves, my name is Brianna K. Today's video I'm sharing with you my summer beauty routine. This is a new video for my channel, but I have gotten so many requests to share with you my makeup routine, my self-tanner routine.
By the way, I think that I could be wrong on this, but I think that she still uses iMovie to edit her videos, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but for someone who is promoting a course that is $1,000 for people to take, and she is acting like she knows all the secrets to become successful on YouTube, iMovie is it's just like the bare bones minimum as far as editing goes. If she doesn't use iMovie, fine, but based on like the super boring text and the minimal transitions and just this style of editing, I think she's still using iMovie, and this was from last July, so it was 6 months ago.
And I just wanted to share with you everything that I do, from skincare, hair care, all of that for self-care during the summer. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you're new, make sure that you subscribe while you're watching today. 0.6 daily cleanser, and if my skin appears extra oily, I will do a double wash.
You shouldn't really be doing a double wash on your skin, even if you have an oily skin type. What should be happening is you should be finding a cleanser that is targeted towards oily skin, therefore you wouldn't have to wash it twice. If you're removing your makeup, you should, in my opinion, remove your makeup with an oil-based cleanser and then use your normal cleanser. By double washing, especially when you don't have any makeup to actually remove, it's really going to impair your skin's moisture barrier and just strip any moisture that was on your skin. I think a lot of times people with oily skin think that they need to just drain all the moisture out, and that is commonly paired with overwashing, over exfoliating, using drying toners. But what they're actually doing is making their skin work double and triple time to replenish the oil that they're removing. Therefore, their skin is more oily than it would have been if they would have just washed once and not used these super drying toners and exfoliators and all of that kind of stuff. So if that's what works for her, fine. But you guys have to remember, things like this, these are influencers. There are people taking this advice and applying it to their own life, and for a lot of people that could really fuck up their skin's moisture barrier and leave them with just skin that is in desperate need of moisture and repair.
This is So Totally Clean Face Toner. I have combination to oily skin, and that always helps to minimize the oiliness.
Let me look and see what's in that toner. So this is a salicylic acid toner. They sell it at Ulta. It has lactic acid. The problem is when it also has 2 different forms of alcohol. I am not completely against alcohol in skincare. It depends what capacity and what the product is. So it's actually 3 different kinds of alcohols paired with lactic acid, salicylic acid, limonene, and linalool, which are citric acids. And then you also have, along with to finish out the citric acids, there's also geraniol and citral, which I'm pretty sure those are both citric acids as well. This is a lot for a toner, especially considering the toner is not in wash-off form. All of these ingredients is not something that I would want to put on my skin every day. If anything, this might be something that I would use once a week, but to use it every day, it would just be a lot for my skin, even if I have an oily skin type. This is not the greatest. It has good reviews on Ulta, but it could also be just people who like it because they think that it's helping their skin when they don't understand how the skin's moisture barrier actually needs to be kind of held with, you know, white gloves if you want it to not fall apart over time. Also, quick side note, if you guys are using a toner, whether it's this one or any other one, instead of putting it on a cotton ball, I like to apply it with my hands because you can use a lot less product and not have it all absorbed by the cotton ball. So you can take 3 or 4 drops in the palm of your hands. Obviously, make sure your hands are clean, and you can pat it on the skin instead of using cotton balls and wasting so much of the product.
And at least once a week, I will use a Miss Spa face mask to keep my skin extra glowy and dewy.
Gold in skincare is junk. It's a scam. It does nothing for skin. I actually talked about this over a year ago on a video that I did about skincare, like gimmicky products, and gold in skincare was one of the things that I mentioned. There are no actual medical studies from dermatologists or, you know, even like estheticians or anything like that that show that gold has any benefit to the skin. It doesn't help moisturize. It's not good for anti-aging, acne, you know, dry skin, oily skin, sensitive skin. It literally does nothing. It's all cosmetic, and it makes products look pretty. But I don't need my products to look pretty. I need them to actually be effective.
And I will have all of the products that I use in this video listed down in my description box below for you too.
So quick side note, when it comes to a lot of these mommy vloggers giving these skincare routines and all of these products that you just gotta have, as a disclaimer, I'm not telling you guys what to do or what not to do, obviously, but when I see an influencer who has had Botox or fillers or both, I can no longer take anti-aging skincare advice from you. You're off of my list because you are getting medical procedures done at the plastic surgeon or dermatologist office that most of us are not doing and possibly or probably cannot afford to do, especially on a normal basis. So if you're doing that and you're giving a skincare routine, your skincare routine products are all junk. You think they work, but it's actually the Botox doing the work, and all of these products are just kind of like nothing. You can't have a face full of Botox and expect a, you know, cleanser or a gold mask to actually do anything. Let's be She goes into this leg shaving thing. I'm gonna cut this part out of the video because, like I said, I just think that it's weird. I don't understand why these mommy vloggers think that shaving their legs and like doing shower routines is something normal. Nobody needs to see that. I can guarantee you nobody needs to see that. If it's someone younger who needs to know how to shave their legs, they can ask a family member. I don't need to see you doing that. I really feel like they do this kind of stuff to plug parts of their videos so that it will get more traction in certain algorithms. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole because part of it might be just a tin foil hat theory, but I'm definitely not going to broadcast it on my channel. I will say Bits of Bri has nice skin as far as the texture and everything like that, but I do feel like in the world of mommy vloggers, getting your little Botox and stuff is very normal. I don't necessarily think that she was getting it during this video because she was pregnant, but I do think that most of them get Botox and fillers when they're not actually pregnant. That's just what I think. It's just my opinion. But again, not going to take any anti-aging skincare advice from someone who is getting fillers and procedures done like that. No shade. If that's what you want to do, go for it. If there is ever a day in the future when I decide to get a little bit of Botox, I've talked about this on my channel before, from that day going forward, I will fully expect you guys to not take any of my anti-aging skincare advice because I will know that I will be upfront and honest with you guys and say, hey, I decided to get a little Botox. This is starting my journey to do something that makes me feel really good. But I fully understand that now my anti-aging products cannot be taken as real advice because I'm getting Botox, which is completely fine. But don't lie about it, and B, don't expect people to just follow you along even though you're doing something that 99% of your audience is not doing, but you want them to buy the products that you're pushing. No.
And I know so many of you.
I'd like to thank Native for sponsoring today's video. Native has a wide range of choices. They're great for on the go. They're not sticky.
Are we surprised that she didn't do this video without a sponsor?
Love the scent of the different deodorants that they have. So there's a coconut vanilla one that I ordered in my last Native order. It smells like the beach. It smells so good.
No, coconut smells like the beach. I would have never guessed it.
I also decided to try this eucalyptus and mint, and it smells like a spa. Like, it's so calm and relaxing.
Mint in your deodorant, depending on what kind of mint is in this, is not good for areas like under the arms. The skin under your arms can be very sensitive, and to put something with like peppermint extract under your arms, especially if it's a cleanly shaven underarm or freshly waxed, you don't want to put something with like peppermint essential oil under your arms, and especially once you start sweating and that concoction starts to break down, it can be no bueno for under your arms. Peppermint oil in general for the skin, I'm completely against because it can be very sensitizing, even for those with normal skin. So I would steer clear. Again, I don't know if it's actual peppermint oil in that, but mint and skin I usually just stay away from, specifically if it's in leave-on products. I have a mint and eucalyptus body scrub that I absolutely love, as well as a body wash, but those are rinse-off formulas, so it's not something that is staying on my skin.
And I also decided to try the citrus and herbal musk. This one is my favorite of the three. It just smells like summertime. It smells so good. And seriously,
What about citrus and musk would smell like summertime? So coconut smells like the beach, citrus smells like summer. I wish that I maybe could have like smelled that deodorant in the store. I don't know if they sell it in Target stores. I know they sell Native, but I don't know if they have that scent.
Setting up the camera because my armpits are out like this.
Okay, hold on. She's plugging this deodorant and you can see it's literally caked underneath of her arms. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I do not want my deodorant caked up underneath of my arms, getting all over my clothes. And even if it's not getting all over my clothes, that's embarrassing to lift your arm and it looks like there's a literal cottage cheese under my arms. No.
I was thinking, oh my God, it smells so good, and it truly does. It lasts all day long. Even when I go for my hour-long walks to exercise, I can still smell my deodorant when I get back.
I would hope that after an hour walk, you could still smell the deodorant. That's not very long at all.
Ingredients are aluminum-free, paraben and sulfate-free, and they're made with natural ingredients.
I do really like the idea of a deodorant being aluminum-free. I have tried the ones from Dr. Teal's, and I've really enjoyed them, but those don't cake up under your arms, and they are also still aluminum-free.
Coconut oil and shea butter, and Native is vegan and cruelty-free. Big spender. 3 deodorants like I ordered are normally $36, but if you use the link down in my description box and my code BriannaK, you will get 3 deodorants for $24. That's 33% off. So make sure you use my code and my link.
3 deodorants for $36. I pay $4 for my deodorant. You guys, the tone deafness of some of these influencers is mind-blowing. You know, if you're gonna tell me to spend money on a really nice handbag or, some bedding for a fucking deodorant, no, never. Never, never, never. Oh, and by the way, don't forget this was in July, which was basically still peak Rona time. And you're sitting here plugging overpriced deodorant. No. Okay, I'm not gonna put her little self-tanning thing in, because if I left this in and took out the shaving the legs thing, that would just be kind of dumb. She just applies her self-tanner, but I will tell you guys that Saint-Tropez watermelon product that she uses is gag worthy. It smells disgusting. If you guys want a self-tanning recommendation, go and look at Loving Tan. I do like some of the Saint-Tropez products, but not that one because it smells disgusting. But look at Loving Tan if you need a self-tanning recommendation.
Before I put on my makeup, I apply my Monat moisturizer all over my face and neck, and then I apply my Monat eye cream.
So this is the part of the video where the first time that I watched it through, my jaw dropped. You guys, she's plugging Monat skincare. The moisturizer and the eye cream are featured in this video. Now, here's my rant about this. Y'all know I hate MLMs and I hate Monat. I think in between Monat and Young Living, those are my 2 scummiest. I would throw Beachbody in there too, because they prey on people who are unhappy with their physical appearance, and that's disgusting. So I hate MLMs, all of them. Can't stand any of them. However, the really deceiving part about this is that Bri constantly wants to say that she empowers women and wants women to achieve their dreams. Follow my video, take advice from me, clean with me, organize with me, take all the inspiration from me. But you're plugging an MLM, which is known to be towards women and men, but specifically women that are stay-at-home moms and possibly in health crisis, financial crisis. These MLM huns that sell Monat and all of this shit skincare and hair care will prey on women like that. So by you plugging this product, you're allowing all of your audience to know that you are okay with MLMs. What they do is okay. And you're telling your subscribers that it's okay to buy their products. If you guys want to know more of my in-depth thoughts on Monat skincare, I'll link a video down below for you guys. It was just a couple of weeks ago that I filmed it. I gave you guys some great alternatives so you don't have to support a toxic dumpster fire like Monat. But for her to plug this, at first I was surprised, but then I was just like rolling my eyes because the surprise wore off, and I remember that she's a family vlogger and all she cares about is money and views and how to, you know, generate revenue off of her following. But this is really gross. Do not, if there is ever a YouTuber that plugs an MLM, especially like this where they try to fly under the radar and, you know, just plug the product and act like everything is just rainbow and sunshine, you know, butterflies, that would be my ticket out the door. Do not act like you empower women while you're pushing products sold by a predatory MLM, where the hair products have been proven to cause hair loss and scalp sores and people to go through absolute misery by using their products. And then when they come forward with their story and they want to, you know, sue Monat, they're shut down and shut up. Bri should also understand what it's like to go through hardships with your hair. She actually shared a story where, I'll try to insert a photo because she has shared it on a public platform. She was a hair model years ago. Someone burned her hair off and it was disastrous, to say the least. And I'm not teasing her for that. I am not making fun of her for that. I would never. But knowing that she went through that, and then to see that she is okay with plugging a company like Monat is infuriating.
Here's my current makeup routine. I start with my Bare Minerals foundation and I use 2 pumps for my face, and I think that gives a very natural coverage. It's not cakey. And I add 1 pump of the bronzer to that for a summer.
Boring must it be for her husband to just have to like stand there with the camera and like film her doing all of this. I mean, I guess he benefits financially, so. She's using a brush to blend in her concealer. That's fine. I know a lot of people like to use a brush. I prefer using a beauty blender. I think that it gives a much more dewy and natural finish. Sometimes brushes can leave the bristle marks and just not blend it actually into the skin. It's kind of sitting on top of the skin, but that's just personal preference.
Next, I apply powder all over my face for more of a matte finish. And then I take some of my powder bronzer and I put that on my cheekbones, along my hairline, my jawline, and down my neck. And then I'll add some blush on my cheeks.
The brush that she's using for her bronzer, by the way, I like that she didn't like pack on the powder, at least not that I could see, because I hate powder all over the face, but she's using the same brush that she used for the powder for the bronzer. Whatever, but usually when you're using an oversized brush like that, sometimes it can just deposit the bronzer kind of everywhere, and instead of it being able to be more focused and create more of a structure, it's just kind of like all over the place because the brush is so big. Oh, it looks like she went in with a smaller brush and kind of used it to contour, which is good. So
for my eyeshadow, I usually pick a gray or mauve colored shadow and I apply that on my lids. And then I'll take a light highlighter and I use that under my brows, in the corner of my eyes, and under my lower lashes to help brighten up my eyes.
Now, I will say, when it comes to, I see a lot of women store their makeup brushes in a bag with their makeup. If you don't have a place where you put your brushes every day, like for me, it's in this thing, I have an acrylic like pull-out drawer, and that's where all my brushes go. There's nothing else in that drawer but brushes. If you're going to keep them in a bag with other makeup, I would maybe try to get like a Ziploc bag, or even like one of these stasher bags. I've got a bunch of these. Can't reach it, but I also have the bigger size. If you're going to do that, at least put your brushes in something like this, because sitting in the bag with all of your makeup components and lipsticks and concealers, it's just super dirty, and I'm always really worried about dirty makeup brushes and all of that. So I would just say at least try to keep them in their own container, and you don't even have to buy one of those. You can just use a normal Ziploc bag. Most of us have those at home. So yeah.
So I use Dior Lash Primer and then Charlotte Tilbury Mascara for my lashes.
Told you so, but I told you so.
I do like, first of all, her brows I think are a little strong, but that's just my personal opinion. Secondly, I do like that she said, I haven't gotten lash extensions since quarantine started. Tons of influencers have just continued with business as usual. As soon as places opened back up, it was manicures, fake nails, pedicures, lash extensions, the whole 9 yards. So I do like that she, made it a point to say I haven't gotten lash extensions, and these are the products that I'm using since I haven't gone to get extensions. By the way, in my opinion, lash primers don't do anything. I think that they're a complete waste of money, and especially if you're going to use one from Dior, I think it's around $30. You don't need a lash primer, and if you are interested in trying one to see if it works for you, just get one at the drugstore. There's one by L'Oreal, there's one by CoverGirl, I think Maybelline has one. You do not need to spend $30 if you are curious, but in my opinion, I don't think that they do anything. Okay, so her lip routine is similar to the Sahara Desert in my opinion. Dry and just asking for moisture, please. When it comes to Blistex, I used to use a Blistex when I was in middle school. Like, I thought it was really cute. It's actually really bad for your lips to use something medicated consistently. There's really no need for a medicated lip balm year round. So I would say no to the Blistex. Use a normal lip balm like the ones from Treat Beauty, or a lip sleeping mask like the one from Laneige if you like something in a pot over something that is a stick form.
My lips, I get the most questions about my lip color. I always apply Blistex first.
Then she goes in with her lip pencil from NYX, which is just like a pinky rosy color, but she doesn't just use that for lining. She actually puts it all over her lips. Already, the Blistex didn't do any favors. Now you're going in with a matte lip pencil, not only on the outer perimeter, but all over your lips. So let's see what she does next.
Next, I use the Kylie matte lip in the shade Kylie, and I layer that with the shade Cocoa. And finally, I use my iconic London plumping gloss.
Sweet Jesus. These Kylie lipsticks, you guys, if you have never used them, please don't. You are not missing out on anything. This is like taking acrylic paint and putting it on your lips and allowing it to dry down. These offer absolutely no moisture. They are, to me, this is a nightmare of a makeup product. Y'all know I like the moisture, I like dewiness, glossiness, feeling things that feel comfortable and good. So this to me is literally my arch nemesis. But even if you prep the lips properly and you have a nice moisture barrier under there and all of the good things, this is still going to dry your lips out within 2 minutes. So I would avoid it altogether.
In the shade Nearly Nude to finish my lips. And then I use my iconic London illuminator to highlight my cheekbones and my Cupid's bow and the bridge of my nose.
With a cream highlighter, I thought that this was kind of interesting that she did this as the final step, because usually you don't want to put this over powder. Obviously it works for her or she wouldn't be doing it this way, but typically I would recommend putting this on before you powder, and maybe not even necessarily powder over it, because it's just going to look, I don't know, kind of like a dried down highlighter. It creates a very interesting texture on the skin, but obviously it works for her, it works for her.
You know it's way too late, regretting our mistakes.
Iconic London dupes a lot of products in their range, and I've been using this, it's called Glow highlighting setting spray. I've been using it for over 2 years now. So Iconic actually, I think, took inspiration from Glow to come out with this product that Bri used. And essentially what it is it's a setting spray that has a little bit of a highlighter sort of pigment mixed into it. There's several brands that sell products like this now, but the one that she is using, in my personal opinion, I do think that they either took the idea or took inspiration from Glow. So if you guys are interested in trying a product like this, I will put Glow's website down below. Awesome small business. I love the owner so much, and she actually just got her products into Namies, which is like a huge deal. So another congrats to her. I already talked to her on Instagram, but I'll leave her website down below.
For my hair, I only wash it once a week. It took me about a month to transition into doing this because I wanted my hair to be healthier and have less heat damage. So I use Heritage dry shampoo in between washes on my roots, and I think it really helps if you rub in your dry shampoo with your fingertips so that it really soaks up the oil all over your scalp.
Rubbing in your dry shampoo is not breaking news. That's not like a tip, in my opinion. It would make sense to rub it in, or else you're just going to be walking around with this powdery product setting on top of your hair. So yes, rub it in, but I wouldn't really consider that breaking news.
And the ends can get really dry. So I apply the Monat Rejuvenique oil to the ends of my hair and then brush that through.
She doesn't even know how to pronounce the name of the company, but she's plugging it. Rejuvenique oil is a scam. They say that it is exclusive, but we know that they use exclusive very loosely, because the ingredients that many other companies have access to, and in fact have incorporated into products that are much cheaper than the Monat products. So again, we don't support MLMs on this channel, not now, not tomorrow, not ever. But the fact that she is just shamelessly plugging this product while also trying to act like she is an advocate for women and empowering women and spreading all of the positivity and good vibes. But let me plug this trashy MLM product and just act like everything is all good. And after she put the oil on her hair, maybe it's just me, it doesn't look like super shiny or anything like that. If y'all want a hair oil, get the Orbe Gold Lust oil. It is a little pricey, but I've used it for years and I swear by it.
I never do, you know it's not how I feel, baby. So can we let this slide? Can't stand to see you cry. Come a little closer, there's something I have to say. I love you and I hate you and I hope you feel the same. Come a little closer, baby, please don't walk away.
You would think if that oil is so fantastic, there's just like there's an unhealthy texture that I can see to her hair, and I don't think that the oil has done any favors for that. All right, so she finishes out by painting her nails. Nothing interesting in that section. So that's it for her little video. And also the title of this video, I do want to say this right now, YouTubers that are titling Get Ready With Me at home spa day self-care, I think the term self-care is loosely used among YouTubers and influencers. Self-care is not going to spend a bunch of money on skincare and hair care and bath and body stuff and giving yourself a bubble bath and a manicure. That can be part of your self-care ritual, but maybe unplugging from the internet is part of your self-care, and pairing that with reading a really good book or spending time with your dog or your cat, or having a Zoom call with a friend that you haven't seen in a really long time. Self-care needs to be a lot of things, and I'm so tired of it just being like, oh, here, let's take a bubble bath and do self-care. That's not self-care. And make sure you buy these products, use my code down below. Like, that's not self-care, and I'm tired of it being associated with just spending a bunch of money on crap that you don't need. So that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.